Hey, what's up, guys? MasquedBlonde here, and I want to talk about Star Wars and Disney and how ticked off I'm getting about the whole thing. So here's the deal. I love Star Wars. I grew up watching Disney movies. I've always identified Disney with quality. Disney has unlimited resources and a reputation for giving us quality material. They can spare no expense when it comes to getting directors, actors, script writers, whoever they want. And they're known for making the ultimate in fantasy, at least from a family-friendly viewpoint. And as far as Star Wars goes, I'm a big fan of the original trilogy. I was not happy with the prequels, but I loved The Force Awakens. I thought it was a very smart way to reboot a franchise. You are giving us new characters and new stories and new locations, but you're also kind of meshing it in with old themes, as well as bringing back characters we love. Now, they're coming in a meaningful way. I mean, they actually have a purpose and aren't just there for, a quick thrill to us old-timers. And that's great. And they've already killed off one older character, and now we've got another fan favorite who's going to play a huge role, much like he did in the old expanded universe. So I'm looking forward to the new film. It looks like it's going to be fantastic, and it's going to add a lot to the series. If you consider the old trilogy, the prequels, and the sequel trilogy as one unit, it seems like it's going to be a fitting ending to these stories, to these characters and their stories, which is great. The problem is that after the sequel trilogy ends, I'm ready for a whole new round of stories and characters and environments. Like, if you look, I know that the old expanded universe is no longer considered canon. That's fine. Because with this clean slate, we can do anything we want. Disney can do whatever. The sky's the limit, right? I mean, you can borrow from the old expanded universe. They've got plenty of great stuff there for you to explore and become inspired by. But there is no need to revisit older characters because their story is done. It's done. So I'm trying to figure out, like, I think it's very, very smart, and I love that as a Star Wars fan we get another film series in between the sequel trilogy. I know Disney wants to make tons of new films. As a Star Wars fan, I am all for that. But I don't want to revisit these old characters again. I mean, okay, so the new Han Solo film that's coming out, it's probably going to be good. I mean, Ron Howard's directing. I like Ron Howard. If you do it, you've got two characters, Lando and Han. Also Chewie. You have Chewie. He's cool. Which, if you wanted to do a prequel with, like, back to their smuggling days, it could be a really cool, like, adventure movie. Like, something like Indiana Jones meets James Bond, But keep in mind, Lando and Han were rogue playboys. I mean, they were pretty self-centered. They would be kind of the anti-heroes, honestly. You couldn't, you couldn't do like Han Solo like he is now, where he's, I mean, he would have to have a rough edge. And I don't know if Disney's willing to do that the way it should properly be done. I mean, it would be I don't know. It could be done well. It could be done horribly. I would be more optimistic if I didn't feel like Disney was being so lazy right now. Okay, and mainly that's because of Rogue One. I mean, Rogue One was lazy. I mean, I'm not saying it was a bad movie, but it was a story that didn't need to be told. And I don't care. I don't care about those characters. They mean nothing to me. I don't need to hear about how they got the plans for the Death Star. I don't feel like I don't want to watch that as a movie. I just don't. Same thing with Han Solo. Okay, his character's done. It's time to move on. And I just wish that instead of doing the route that instead of going the route they are now, instead take a look at these new environments and some of these new characters and tell their story instead. Like, I forget her name, but in The Force Awakens, there was a character that they met who ran a cantina, a bar. She seemed like a really interesting character. She probably had some crazy adventures. Why not have a story about her and some of her friends as one of those movies for in between? It just seems really, again, it's just lazy. I mean, I don't know how many ways I can say it. It seems like Disney's not trying with those. It seems like they're putting in effort when it comes to the sequel trilogy, but for everything else, we're just gonna cash in. And if I wanted that, I would have rather Star Wars have stayed with Lucas, with all the retconning and small universe. And no, I mean, Star Wars, like Star Trek, had all these galaxies and all these civilizations and all these conflicts and all these battles for us to visit, to witness. Why not create a whole new trilogy with a whole new set of characters? Does everything have to be about Luke's progeny? I mean, I know Rey isn't his offspring. Does everything have to be about Luke and Leia and Han? No. It's time to move on. I mean, what next? Are we going to see a movie about C-3PO? I mean, are we going to see a movie about C-3PO and R2-D2 running around in the desert? Is that going to be a movie? Probably. I mean, I don't know. If you wanted to make those a story, maybe go the Clone Wars route, where you had like an animated series. I think that could be cool, like a Han Solo animated series. But like, save the big screen stuff for like a whole fresh new look into Star Wars. And I mean, it's all there. It's all there. Like, if Disney wanted to be lazy, they could just borrow from the expanded universe, and you'd have far better stories to tell than freaking Rogue One. Look at the young Jedi Knights. I mean, look at that. If you want something to sell to the tweens, series based off that, a Jedi Academy. The Jedi Academy, and then you had the Shadow Academy, and, you know, Luke was a teacher. Of course, you know, I mean, you could borrow from that if you wanted to make something for... I, as an older Star Wars fan, as somebody who grew up watching the original trilogy, would like to see the Star Wars universe expanded. And with a clean slate and Disney at the helm, There is no reason why we can't have another great fantasy trilogy. Another with new characters. I don't think we need any more prequels. I'm so sick of prequels. I'm so sick of backstories. It's just unnecessary. It's just, I mean, don't worry, Disney. You'll make money. I mean, you will make a profit. It's Star Wars and it's Disney. You'll make a profit. But if I hear about one more stupid frickin' Star Wars prequel being made, I'm gonna scream. Honestly, I'm just done with it, and I know a lot of other fans are done with it too. I don't see why you're wasting resources on these types of stories. Anyway, that's my 2 cents about it. Agree, disagree, tell me what you think. I'm just over it. Anyway, thank you for watching my video. I'm sorry if the video is seems to be going kind of out of focus, kind of laggy. I've been having camera issues lately, so this isn't the best quality. But and I look a mess because I've been running errands all day, and I look a little grody, and sorry about that. My room's a complete mess, but anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video.